After the ball is over, after this game is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody,
Hi.
welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 210. Excuse me, it is Monday, June 6th, 2016, and this is going to be a short little bit because we got, an intro, because I just got back from Adoration.
And me too.
My replacement didn't show up, so we're kind of rushed, but we wanted to show something that came in the mail, part of something that came in the mail that Davina got. The rest
Hey,
we'll show
Laura.
later. Yes.
Yes, thank you so much for this giraffe you made me. He's really cute. He really is. I'm going to put it on my... I really love him, especially since you made him especially for me. And I'm going to put him on the shelf above my bed next to that monster that Mom made me.
So, and this is made with Heidi's Undead Yarn. Thank you very much, Laura, for thinking of her. She really loves it. So, Davina, she has to go now because we have to get started before my husband gets here. So, she's going to say hello. She just wanted to show Laura and say thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, we'll be back in a little bit. Hi. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the PHN Fun Woman Cave. It is Monday, as we said, June 6, 2016, episode 210.
Sorry for the little bit of a rushed affair.
Yeah, it's been crazy today. For
me, I just woke up.
For those of you who are Catholic and know about Eucharistic adoration, we cannot leave the Jesus alone. So my substitute did not show up, and I had to stay an extra hour, which is a blessing. But
her replacement did not show up.
My replacement. So it threw us off a little bit, but that's okay. So we want to welcome all new and returning viewers. We thank you for joining us here again at the PHN Fun Woman Cave. If you are returning viewers, thank you for returning. If you're new viewers, thank you for joining us. We know there's a lot of different claims on your time. If you are still in the shadows and haven't joined us, or a new person in the shadows and haven't joined us, please do so officially so that we can have you be eligible for prizes and giveaways and things like that. Do you want to do our new stuff do you want to do the new members, or do you want to do the tea? I guess we have to introduce ourselves.
Who are you?
I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico, just about everywhere, unless it's writing related, where I'm
also
Shadowlight.
known as the Bunny Whisperer. There will be pictures of it at the beginning.
Cute little bunny.
And there are bunnies that are cute.
Yes, and who are you?
I am Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
And I have
not a bunny whisperer.
No. I have chai tea because I need it today. In my St. Paul's mug, because apparently I need it today.
And in my Oops is a Bunny mug, I have one of my stash enhancements, and I'll be going through this in more detail later, but this is Plum Deluxe's Hammock Blend Black Tea.
That's really good. She gave me some before she had it, so I wouldn't get any germies.
You scream, we scream, we all scream for orange cream iced tea, our
summer treat. But there's no gratitude and love in that.
No
gratitude and love.
It's black tea, orange peels, natural creme flavor.
Creme?
And caffeine. It has a
creme.
Creme. Okay.
Creme.
I was gonna say it's accent mark. They said you could use this iced tea. I don't drink iced tea. I drink hot tea.
I do both, but I prefer hot tea. Okay. So we do want to welcome some of the people who did join us officially this week. We have Misty Rainbow Rose, and I'm assuming her name is Rose, but I don't know because I can't find it on her page. So we want to welcome her. DJ White, who is Denise. Denise, I think you won a prize over at the Spicy Homemaker or the Knitting Games. I think you did.
Check it out.
You might want to check it out, her podcast. Welcome, Denise.
You must have watched it like right when it got up.
I think I did. Because she said I was going to make you smile, which it did. It made me smile. It made me happy. Londi, okay, so welcome Denise, who is DJ White. We welcome Londi's Crochet, who is Yolanda. Welcome. And Rudy Dog's mom, who is Christine, who just made it under the wire. She squeaked under the wire. And as I was getting ready to
Yeah, if
send
we
my
had
shout-out.
podcasted on time, she would have been...
She would have missed it. She would have been next week.
Yeah.
So welcome all of you. We're glad to have you with us. Yay.
Talking about
Okay.
spicy homemaker.
Oh, yes, spicy homemaker. Denise.
Not Denise. Melissa.
Melissa, who sent us a prize a few weeks ago for the current autism awareness along, sent us some chocolate as well. She had sent us, this is Ghirardelli, and this is one we're eating right now. She has caramel, and this one, which is milk chocolate, which is one we're eating right now.
Yes.
So, Melissa, we just had to get through the one that, the wonderful chocolate that Maureen sent us first.
Dad gave us a hand in getting
Uh-huh.
through that. One day we turn around, it's almost all
We
gone.
opened the box, there were like 3 left.
He's like, what happened to the chocolate? He's like, what are we talking about now?
We thought it was safe because he never eats chocolate.
Apparently not.
He likes that. Okay. All right. Before we go any further, some of you have noticed either in our PHN prayer request thread, or in the Turbo Knitter podcast group that I have open threads in both of those groups for prayers for the Turbo Knitter 64, who is Kenneth from the Turbo Knitter podcast.
Yeah.
And I think when I last spoke to him, okay, he sent me an email because we had asked him to be a co-host, one of the co-hosts for the Cardiac, like he has always been. And he had originally said yes. And then he wrote to me and said he had to bow out because he had some distressing medical news. And he has to have a biopsy. It might be going on today, as well as some other types of tests for his health. So he's asked for prayers, and he said I could do the threads and on the podcast. So please keep Kenneth in your prayers today and future, that he has peace and health and complete healing. That's all he wants, that all it can be well. Okay? So I know that many of you have already seen this. Many of you are already praying for him. We do appreciate it. He appreciates it greatly, and we thank you for that.
Yes.
So, all right. Okay. Promotions. Do you have anything before promotions?
No.
Okay. The Whip It Cal, with one of our co-hosts from the Autism Awareness, Laura Concert, who is crocheting Hoovian in her Hoovian Yarn Allegiance Ravelry group, and she's the A Crocheting Hoovian podcast. Her Whip It podcast is just like it sounds. I mean, her
Cal?
Whip It Cal is just like it sounds. It's to get out those whips and get them finished, or at least work on them. And it began May 1st and goes through July 31st. And as I said, the idea is to take out the plops and the whips and all those forgotten projects and work on them. And all the information is on her podcast group. You really should join her group if you haven't. It will allow you to take part in the Whip It Cal. There are prizes. And she's just fun to watch anyway. Okay? So that's one thing. The Toy Along. Okay, we all have heard about Brian, who is
That crochet
That
kid.
Crochet Kid, and his podcast is the Yarnovers Podcast, and he's having his first Cal, which is a toy along, okay, and it's running June 1st through July 31st, and knit, crochet, whatever, toys, I think it's knit and crochet. His rules, again, are in his group, so if you want, I think he's going to have a prize there as well.
Yes.
And if you want to be eligible, you need to be a member of the group. So he's fun to watch. He's young, but he's very enthusiastic, and he's knowledgeable, and he's fun.
He's got a lot. His fingers in every bit of different crafting.
He does.
Spinning,
Sewing, dyeing,
knitting,
crocheting.
crocheting. He pretty much does it all.
He does allow double dipping, so any toys you make for our Autism Awareness Cal, or if you're making it for the whip thing for Laura, or whatever you're making these toys for, at her Ronald McDonald House.
Oh, speaking of Ronald McDonald House, I looked at his thread. He said that if you're making it for Laura's Ronald McDonald House.
I was getting to that.
Okay, go on.
She hijacked me.
I did.
You saw that. She hijacked me.
I cut it right out from underneath.
At gunpoint, she hijacked me.
I have a gun.
Uh-huh.
Is it made out of chocolate? Hang on.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay. If it's a toy, if it's goes to Laura's Ronald McDonald House, he's giving it 2 chances for a prize, and that's in his group. Just check it out if you're interested. Well worth watching.
I wasn't sure if you'd seen that.
I had, in fact.
Wow, you're better informed than I thought you were.
Let that be a lesson to you. Upcoming, the Cardiac Read-Along 2016. That starts in July. Okay, so it's about 3 weeks away. And we will run from July 1st through September 30, 2016. Rules are basically the same for us. At least substantially red or a shade of red in the project. Our co-host for this along is the lovely Melissa, who is the spicy homemaker.
And this is like our
Spicy
third or
mama.
fourth. Yes, spicy mama.
Spicy mama. She is a knitting and crocheting and crafting podcast.
Not
a
that
cooking,
kind of
Not
podcast.
that other kind of podcast. We love Melissa. She's a hoot. So she has graciously...
She's an owl?
Yes. I knew there was a reason I liked her so much. She has graciously...
I'm seeing in my head this owl, like with this apron on, and
with the maracas.
and she's just all spicy.
We have to have Maureen do a cartoon of that. But anyway, she has graciously consented to being our co-host this year for that.
She might change her mind after this episode.
She's such a good sport. Okay. So yeah, but that's not until July.
Yes.
Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Let me write them down before I forget Maureen. I don't have to write down Melissa because she's already there.
Oops.
It's a bunny.
It is. There we go. I accidentally yarned over.
And that crochet.
Oops. There's a bunny.
Is a bunny. Okay, I don't remember who else I mentioned. All right. Now, to the Autism Awareness Along. We're heading into the final stretch. Lots of pictures, lots of chatter, lots of energy. It's so exciting, so much fun to see all the projects, WIPs and FOs, and lots of enabling going on. It has been running since April 1st and will run until the end of this month, which I believe is June 30th. Okay. We have two co-hosts for this, lovely co-hosts. We have Heidi, who is Knitty Girl from Undead Yarn, and she is the lady who is responsible for the Undead Yarn, the Autism Awareness colorway. That is absolutely fantastic. And
Yes.
and
I have two skeins that are waiting to become socks.
and then Laura, who is Crocheting Hoovian from the Hoovian Yarn Alliance Group and the A Crocheting Hoovian podcast. I think I
thought it
found
was Allegiance.
Yes. Not
You
the
said
podcast.
Alliance.
Oh, did I? Okay. Anyway, it's her, and she's wonderful, and she's just awesome. And she.
You do know that Alliance and Allegiance are spelled differently,
Yes,
right?
it's spelled Allegiance on there.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Apparently
it's
you can't read it properly.
I can't.
Okay.
But anyway, she is our other co-host, and she. Let me see if I can get this right now. Well, let me go into the prizes the projects that allow for 2 chances at an FO, 2 chances at a prize for an FO. If it's Heidi Undead Yarn's Autism Awareness yarn or any bright yarn, please put the tag for that because we want to make sure we know it's Heidi's yarn. If it's not the Autism Awareness, or even if it is, because they're quite different.
Yes, some of them are very different.
Yes, they're beautiful. Those will get, okay, any FO that has Heidi's Undead Yarn in bright colors or Autism Awareness, any FO that is a Franciscan Gypsy design, any Franciscan design, an FO that is Crocheting Hoovian design, I think she has 2 or 3 of them, any one of those, any finished object that is an Autism Awareness bear and or weighted lap pad. And the one I keep forgetting, and Victoria, I really apologize for this because she has a coupon code and everything for this. If you make her Puzzle Pieces Fingerless Mitt, which is free for our group for these 3 months, and I've really dropped the ball because it just got lost. I apologize. Check those mitts out. They're beautiful. And if you make an FO with that, then you will also get 2 chances at an FO. And we do appreciate her giving that to us, and the code is in, I believe it's in the Autism Awareness thread in all the rules and all that stuff. If it's not, somebody poke me and I'll put it there. Okay, so those are double chances for a prize for a finished object.
I'm shouting out to someone on Instagram. I'm not sure if you remember the group or not.
Yes, she is.
Londy's Handmade Crochet. Okay.
I think she is.
Because she made this, and I told her she needed to enter it.
She's a new member.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
I think she's a new member. Let me check.
Because
here.
I was afraid that she wouldn't get that in if she wouldn't know.
Yes, she is.
Okay, awesome.
She's a new member.
Okay, you're covered. Get that in. Get that in the group. That is very Autism Awareness.
It is, and that's similar. That's the kind of thing that's on Victoria's mitts.
Mm-hmm.
So check those out. And Victoria, I do apologize because they are really nice knits. Okay, prizes. We had donations from Debbie1608, who is Debbie, Junkanit, who is Ann Brody, Mima Knits 2, who is Robin, Mama C, who is Christina, Miss World, who is Amy, Yarnsit, who is Jean, Rose Knits, who is Margaret, Spicy Homemaker, who is Melissa. We did our own donations. Nitty Girl, who is Heidi, who has, that beautiful yarn, the sparkle yarn. And the Chain of Fools, who is Emily. And we may have one coming in depending on whether or not it arrives on time. Okay, so we have a ton of prizes for this. So get those.
Everyone is so generous.
Oh yeah, get those whips and those FOs in because there are lots of chances to win here. So I'm so excited for you guys. It's awesome. PH Fan, I know I've kind of fallen by the wayside in terms of facts for the PHN Autism Awareness. And this time the fact is simply going to be that we have, I think it was Vani who set it up, a thread that has autism videos. Please check those out. I have not had a chance to do that, but in lieu of the fact that it has been so rushed today, that is my autism awareness fact for today. Check those videos out. I think there's like 10 of them or something. I haven't had a chance to look at them. I've been so busy. But check them out. Vonnie has put them up, and I'm not sure if other people have also put some up, but there should be a wealth of information in there. Okay? All right. Are we ready for the rough draft whips?
Yes, we are. How many do you have?
I think I have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay.
So
I'll go first?
You go first.
Okay. The first one I'm going to show you has only gotten a little bit of work. I actually only did some work on this yesterday. I haven't worked on it in a while. This is in my Knitting's My Bag Night Owls bag. It's a medium size. This is by the lovely Lois. And this is my Follow Your Dreams project from the Yowza Away at 3 by Susan B. Anderson. I'm knitting this on US 8s. These are 5mm Chaigu circular needles on a 32-inch cord. This is Yowza with a skein. These are red lace needles. I know I should put a progress keeper, but I don't.
I don't put progress keepers on mine.
It's growing.
Look at my blanket. I put progress keepers on my blanket.
Yeah. It is growing. It's starting to get bunched up on the needles. But you can see how pretty that is. And purples and the blues and the
you're
light blues and lavenders.
hitting the table.
I am. Can't help it. It's what I do. So that's where I am with this. I should probably weigh it, but I don't think I'm anywhere close to
No, I
finding
don't
off,
think you're there yet.
because this hasn't gotten a whole bunch of love. I've been busy with other things. Okay, so what are you up to?
Well, I got a little bit... The reason I have so many projects this week is because I've been watching a lot of my Great Courses classes and podcasts, and whenever I finish either one of the half-hour courses or one of the podcast episodes, I switch projects. So it means I get a lot of work done. Plus, I've been out again with...
Yeah, she's got bronchitis. But she's better, getting better.
Yeah. I had to take off my overtime shift last week. So...
They sent her home.
Yeah.
Well,
ER first. Yeah.
I match.
You do match. But I got one square done. This is still Mom's yarn here. And this is another one of hers here that I started. I
need the other ones I gave you so I can take pictures.
Oh, I didn't realize you hadn't already taken pictures. I think I have 4 more squares of hers to do before I switch to one of my other yarns that were given to me. So, yeah, very little
chai.
work.
Chocolate chai.
The chocolate kind of overwhelms the taste of this orange tea.
It does.
It's very subtle.
This makes it taste like a chocolate chai.
I'm finally starting to taste the orange again, but this is not something you drink with something that has a strong taste.
Right. Okay.
It's one of his summer blends.
It's very good.
Mm-hmm.
Reminds me of England. Okay, my next one is another pattern that I haven't...
At least you aren't saying that it's like that one tea in Germany that you say every tea is...
That tastes
You
good.
say that about like half the teas you try.
Only the ones that are fruity. I don't need sugar. In my Me, My Dog, and Some Yarn bag, which is by Kim. Black Horse Knitter. She just Black Horse or Black Horse Knitter. Kim, I miss you. I hope you're going to start podcasting again.
I think she's Black Horse.
She's from the Me, My Dog, and Some Yarn
Yeah.
podcast. And I miss her. I hope she's okay. Okay, this is my own pattern, and the yarn is Undead Yarn by Heidi. This is the Violently Happy... Yes, Violently Happy Accident, which is in her Vampiri base. And Sue, I do not... No pink. It's pale red.
That's very pink.
It's pale red.
You can't call that anything but pink.
No, this is pretty. I love this colorway.
It's got pinks and purples and blues.
I like the way this is shaping up. I think this is going to be kind of an elongated shawl.
Mm-hmm.
Like a shallow, long shawl. Which is fine. Because that's the way it's shaping up. Ooh, the colors are turning out really well. Look at the blues and pinks and kind of green.
Yeah, it is.
A little bit of orange. Heidi did. I saw this, and Heidi knows that this is not really my color palette, but I wanted this. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's so soft. This is going to be very light. If I ever finish it, maybe nice to wear on retreat.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm using my. These are my Knit Picks circular interchangeables, harmonies, and I like working with them. Sometimes they're not as sharp as I would like, but I like them. They're not overly grabby, but they're grabby enough that I don't lose all my stitches.
I only use Chai Goose.
I love my Chai Goose.
Red lace.
Red lace ones.
So, the next one that I did some work on was Bert and Ernie, which is the Impressions pattern by Agnes Kutas Karetzis. And I'm using Knitted Wit DK Superwash Merino in the colorway Yams. And I used, because I'm already done with the other color, Miss Babs Yazawet Skein in the colorway Squash Blossom. And I started for the Bakery Bears Muppet Along. I did not finish it for the Bakery Bears Muppet Along.
I don't think I finished my stuff for the Bakery Bears Muppet Along either. I have a very good track record with them.
I'm determined with the sock one that I will finish something. Multiple something. Oops.
It's
this
a bunny.
is on this bag.
Oops, there's a bunny.
He is a bunny.
Cute little bunnies in our backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Itty bitty baby bunnies.
This one, the other nurse bag. Oops, it's a bunny. I'm doing a lot of dropping stuff.
She just wants to drink so she can have more tea.
So, in my Silvershed USA Pale Nurse's Cap bag is the Bert and Ernie Impressions.
I think this is what Melissa would be wearing with the little bangles and everything.
Oops, it is upside down.
That's really pretty.
Thank you. Not the color that the designer used. The designer used all purples and greens.
Looks like caramel on the bottom. Except when you get over here.
So, there it is. It was designed with water lilies in mind. The Monet painting. Because he did so many water lilies. This, with these colors, does not harken images of water lilies.
Mm-mm.
I don't think this is what the designer had in mind. But I rarely do colors that the designer has in mind, because I like oranges and yellows and reds. But
I forgot. This goes...
But yes. I probably did about, actually, 4 rows on this.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
While watching great courses on the Black Death.
That's such a comforting thing to watch.
Oh, I was eating while watching Black Death, too.
Something wrong with you.
It's called being a nurse.
No, that's not it. That's only an addendum to what is wrong with you.
I like the word addendum.
Addendum. Okay. All right, my turn. All right, the next one I worked on is in my Pen, Hook, and Needles project bag. This is the 2X by the lovely Anne Brody.
You will notice
From
the theme.
Yes, from the Silver Shed. Okay? Silver Shed USA.
USA.
And this is my Under the Mistletoe shawl, which is growing. I think I'm in the middle of a row. Or maybe not. Let's see. No, I'm not.
Probably should change out for a smaller cable.
Okay, this is making some progress. This is just going until I feel like stopping. I love this color. This was going to be a sweater at one time. It never got to be a sweater because Talia made that shawl and I wanted a shawl.
You mean the horse blanket one?
The horse blanket, yeah. So this is, the yarn is, okay, first of all, the pattern is the Just Knitted pattern by Susan Ashcroft. I'm using US 10.5 Knit Picks Harmony Circulars and Yarn Bee Tender Touch in the red velvet colorway. And this is fun because I just sit there.
She just sits there.
You know, it just, I don't have to think about it.
Period.
And apparently I don't think about it because I did make a mistake in here, which is why this is never going out of the house. This is just garter stitch. I don't know how I made a mistake on here.
Because you are talented.
I am. But it doesn't matter. It's not going out of the house. And even if it did, nobody's going to notice it, except my friend.
Yes.
Lacey one. She's a very talented knitter.
I think you should write her name down.
I think I should.
Yes, the one person who picked out the messed up cables in my red sweater, I think. She was like, hey, I think you messed up that cable. I'm like, darn it. That's what I get for sitting in front of a knitter.
I don't have a big sister in real life, but she's my big sister. She cracks me up, and she bopped me upside the head.
I need to respond to a private message from her on Ravelry about bunnies.
How long ago was that?
I'm a bad person.
Yes, you are. It's your turn.
To my credit, she really goes on Ravelry. She might not have noticed that I didn't answer it yet.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'll have to remind her.
No, you don't. You don't have to remind her of anything.
I think I might.
Okay. So, it's a good thing I had this bag just ready right here.
Just happen to have it handy.
Handy. I just see Ollie going like, why don't you help?
No. Why don't you do anything to
help me? But that was the tone. Anyway, that was a Stan and Ollie reference. If you're a fan of, or even if you're not a fan of old
Oliver and Hardy, Laurel and Hardy.
Laurel and Hardy, yeah. This is my Silver Shed USA and Brody.
As was the other one.
Yes, dark nurses caps. And I love the inside fabric, which is EKG strips.
Move along.
It's very concerning, EKG strips. I don't think that this person's doing so well.
Move along. Otherwise, this person won't be doing so well.
First sock has been done for an eon.
And by that she means about a month.
And these are the Flash Nightwing socks, Dance All Night Slouch Socks pattern.
I had to laugh. Who was it who was making little baby socks for something or other? Oh, it was Megan, of course, from Stocking and Zombie. She said she may have done this da 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 da.
Of course she did.
With the little baby.
Of course she did. I'm a little bit behind on their podcast. But of course she did.
I mean, that's just so Megan.
It's so Megan.
It's just, and I know she doesn't watch, but it just makes me happy. But she just run it, right?
She is just running.
Okay. Just run knit.
Knit, yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because she's a runner.
Yeah.
But these do not count for the Bakery Bears talk along because I had started it too early. This one was finished at Maryland Sheep and Wool, and this one was started at Maryland Sheep and Wool. I turned the heel for the second sock.
Why don't you explain to everybody what turn the heel is? Because like Melissa said on her podcast, she didn't know and she finally asked. I'm with her. If I don't know, I don't care if I look stupid. What does that mean?
Oh, it's, so when you're done with the main part of the sock, I know that Kay's talked about this in grand detail. Ooh, actually I have a really good, I love this thing. They don't sell them anymore. It's called a Sock Doctor.
Yeah, because I wanted one.
I love this thing. It has anatomy of a sock on it, and it has instructions for Kitchenering on the back. I wanted to get one for, back when she was podcasting, I wanted to get one for Amy of,
Oh, right.
Knitting in Circles, because she always had her husband Kitchener for her.
But she wove in the ends.
She wove in all the ends, so it was a good trade-off. But I wanted to buy one of these for her just because. It has a needle that comes in with the little thing, and it just sticks in there.
Because we looked all over that for me about a year and a half ago for that.
Less than.
Yeah, less than. Because I was just starting to knit serious. I thought, well, maybe if I would do socks, I might want to know how to do that.
I wish I could find more of these. I have several of them, and I guard them with my life. But it has an anatomy of a sock on it, cuff, leg, and then has a Kitchener instructions. But the point I was trying to make is, okay, so you have your cuff, which, there. Then you have the whole leg. This is a long leg. Now, when I'm talking about turning the heel, you've got this thing here, which is the heel flap, which this has slip stitches in it. So there's your heel flap. That's what you do next. Then you have decreases, which help create this turn here. And then you pick up stitches around the sock, because what happens is, okay, so you're getting to the heel flap, you've done your leg, and then you take half of your stitches and knit like it looks like a square. It doesn't end up being a full square, but it looks like a square of just a flat section. You leave the other half of the stitches on your other needles unworked. So you create this square that's just sticking out of your sock right here, and then there's your leg. So it looks kind of odd for a little while. Then you end up decreasing, so it turns the it does a sort of turn, and then it looks like you've got a leg, this, and that there to the green. That's all you have is from there. Then you pick up stitches.
You're not showing them.
Sorry.
There.
You pick up stitches that along the sides of this heel flap that they're just, an edge, because that's a square. So you've got your, I know this doesn't make much sense, but you've got...
Well, we just wanted to know about the turning, and you explained that.
Yeah, and then you pick up stitches along here. You've got all these stitches here, and you keep knitting. I know it doesn't make much sense.
Well, if you're knitting the sock.
But yeah, that's what a heel turn is. It
kind of turns the direction.
It creates the back of your heel and then the bottom of it, and then allows you to continue knitting on the sock. Kay explains it 20 times better than I do, and if you're a patron, she has an awesome tutorial for it.
Which I'm going to have to look up.
That really just sits there and explains the anatomy of a sock. I did not do half as well of a job as she did, but there's a very not good.
There's a very not good?
Yeah, it's very not good.
What does that mean?
A horrible...
Bad, awful day?
Bad, awful way of telling you how to turn a heel. But here is my second sock. I did my gusset, turned the heel. I picked up stitches along the side of this heel flap here, and then reclaimed these stitches that were just sitting on my needle and continued knitting. So I just had to keep knitting until I get to the toe, and then I do the toe decreases. So I'm getting close.
You're getting very close.
Very close. This is my sock knitting. Eventually, this is my sock knitting. Obviously, this is my sock knitting. This is my purse knitting. She flustered me.
You're not, in fact.
So pretty soon I will have to have a different project on my purse, because this is getting very close to done.
Okay. Next
Is you.
Next. Okay, in my Knitting is My Bag Lazy Gnomes. I'm not calling them Lazy Gnomes anymore, because they're not lazy.
Industrious gnomes.
Industrious gnomes. Except for the one that's napping.
Gnome life?
Gnome life, yeah.
Gnomey life.
Okay, this is my Obi-Wan's hat from the Bankhead pattern by Susie Gorley.
Apparently she now has sizes on her.
Oh, does she?
Hat.
Oh,
Dan
awesome.
said something on the last podcast.
Okay, he did?
Or maybe it was last pop. I
Okay,
can't remember.
I have to
They all blend together.
Yeah.
Dan said something.
Dan said something. Okay. This is the Bankhead, and I'm using US 7s, Chaigu red lace needles, 16-inch circulars, and packing knits design yarn in the worsted weight kaleidoscope colorway. And this is Dan's fault, and he can take the hit.
Well,
It looks a lot smaller than some of the other hats, but I don't know.
I think it'll stretch.
But I'm doing, you can see I'm doing the decreases toward the crown. And I really like this hat. I will be making more of these. The only reason it's taking me so long is because I have so many other projects on the go. So, yeah, this is really nice. And, yeah, I can't say enough. I think this is a fantastic pattern, and I'll have to check out Susie Gorley's pattern and see if I have to buy the other sizes or if it is an addendum.
Yeah, I don't know that. I think it's an addendum, but I'm not sure.
If you haven't tried the bankhead and you want to make a knitted hat, I would suggest it, even if you're a beginning knitter, because it doesn't require DPNs or anything. So, I think it's a free pattern.
I believe it is.
Yeah, I like it a lot. Okay.
Okay. Well, the next, wow, this is going to sound obsessive, because the last socks were Flash Nightwing socks. Now this is a Nightwing shawl.
I almost had a Nightwing shawl.
Yes, you did.
Huh?
In my Silver Shed USA, this is an obsession.
Yes, we love her bags. Absolutely.
Avengers bag. And Laura, I was the one between the two of us who figured out who you were standing with.
I couldn't figure it out. Like, what the heck?
I happened to see interviews with...
Yeah, because I've never seen Chris Evans with a beard. Where were you?
It looked like a Comic-Con or something.
I didn't know if it was like a premiere, maybe.
It might have been premiere or something, because she was seeing the movie.
Yeah, I wonder if she was in New York, because she's in New York, isn't she?
Yes.
It might have been a premiere. Oh, man. I've never seen Chris Evans with a beard, so it completely threw me.
I didn't figure out that was Bucky with her until I figured out,
Yeah.
Cap's on one side.
So
It's got to be Bucky.
Yeah. Well, Bucky was all cleaned up.
Yeah.
And Cap was not. I mean, he looked good. He wasn't dirty or anything. He just had a beard. Messy.
Okay.
Not clean cut.
He's a nice looking man regardless.
Is he now? I wouldn't know.
Anyway. The Nightwing shawl. The sock knitted shawl pattern by K.F. Jones. And this is Miss Babs Yowza What a Skein in the colorway pewter. That's this one. And then the edging, this is what makes it a Nightwing shawl, is this, ooh, doesn't that show up nicely? The fountain pen. I look forward to having this because I was wearing blue the other day to church, actually on Sunday, and I realized I had no blue shawls.
That's like me when I want a green shawl. I'm like, I want a green shawl.
So I just wore a green one because green goes with blue.
It's too bad you didn't have, that, like that neon, I love this yarn, in that kind of a colorway of this yarn, because that's even better for the Nightwing.
But, there we go. I was partway through this Garter Ridge. That's all I was able to get through in a half hour of the Black Death.
Very nice.
This is a very nice shawl, and
I love this shawl.
I look forward to having this one.
This is one I'll be making multiple times. Probably go out and for gifts because I enjoy making it.
And I'm probably mostly making it in like a light worsted. Or DK, simply because I don't enjoy working fingering weight
I'm not
yarn.
a big fingering weight.
I
cannot talk. Apparently, I'm not a big fingering weight yarn. Having said that, I am doing the Shawl Society, and I think the majority of that might be fingering weight, but we'll see.
Flying Avengers.
Okay, in my Kiki-Boo Holiday Owls, Christmas Owls bag, I have yet another preemie hat. I'm using the smallest loom, and you recognize this yarn. This is what I have left of this. I'm hoping that this hat will finish it.
Well, you might, if you, do you have enough to finish the hat?
I think so.
Because I was going to say, otherwise you're going to end up
stripe.
learning how to change colors.
Oh, well, I have something in Stash Enhancement that might help me with that. So that's where that is. And this is the small loom. Did I miss one?
I don't know.
I think I did. I did miss one. I need to fix that before I forget. The nice thing about the loom is, if you see something that you missed and you haven't gone around, you can just kind of say, okay, see I missed this one. You can see the 2 loops there. I haven't gone around yet, so there. All fixed. No harm, no foul. So that goes in there. I like working the looms because if my hands hurt or if I just can't focus or whatever, it's a nice way to keep crafting.
I look forward to seeing how people react to loom knitting at the retreat because I'm sure most of them have never seen loom knitting.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Of course, I'm sure Mrs. Helmut's not only done it, but has done like some sort of crazy...
Oh, she's probably made her own loom.
Yeah, probably.
I'm serious.
No, I know you are, and I honestly believe it. I'm sure she has.
Yeah. She's quite
She's
talented.
like the super knitter.
The one who might know this is because she knows her as well is Tanya.
Yes.
Tanya knows my friend Helen, and she will agree wholeheartedly, I'm sure. And Tanya, I was looking through your shawls, and I think I have like 4 or 5 of them, or whatever, and I think I'm ready to knit them now. So,
Yay!
Okay, go.
Okay, so in my PHN, oh, I love this bag. It's so sturdy.
This is a great bag.
Silver Shed USA bag, Royale green tea. Basically, I started flipping through Plum Deluxe's tea, and I was like, oh, that looks kind of like that.
I like that
because the pattern is called Latte Macchiato, and I want it to be named after a hot drink as well, but I'm not a big coffee drinker. And I wanted to also match the color. Yes, I get made fun of at work because I say coffee.
I say coffee too. So.
It's from Grandpa's.
It's from being 4 years in Southern Connecticut.
Yeah. So I get laughed at because I say coffee, and nothing else.
I'm getting less of that now.
Well, I have a coworker who is from is she New Jersey or New York? Can't remember, but she says coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, this is Latte Macchiato by Agnes Kretzes. That's another obsession. And I'm using Miss Babs Yaz What Is Gain obsession. In the colorways Zing and Berlin.
The only obsession we're missing out right now is Heidi's.
Oh, I'm not done yet.
I'm not, not even remotely. I already did Heidi's once.
Yes. Oh, look at that.
Isn't that beautiful?
The Berlin, which is the green.
I have some of that.
That's the one that makes me think of the green tea. And then the blue looks like some of the petals.
I think my Berlin, which is in a different base, it's the tart base, it's got more purple in it.
Look at that.
Isn't that gorgeous?
So I'm really enjoying working that. I've probably got 4 to 6, probably 4 rows done while I was watching the Black Death. I've been binge watching Great Courses. And I only have like 3 lectures left of this particular one, which means I have to go on to Great Minds in the Medieval World by the same author. I mean, by the same teacher. I have one of her books on my wish list now because I love her. She's awesome. She teaches at Purdue. I wonder, do we know where?
Chickens?
The university.
She teaches chickens?
Yeah, she teaches chickens.
She must teach packing knits chickens.
I can't remember where Robin goes to school. I know Robin goes to school in Chicago.
Yeah.
I don't think Purdue is in Chicago, though.
I have no idea where Purdue is.
Because it would be kind of cool if she was going to one of her classes. The lady's an awesome teacher. Extremely jealous of those people who actually go to her classes.
In my, there's my husband. In my Stitched by Mimi bag, this is...
It was stitched by Mimi.
Stitched by Mimi. It's by Sandy.
Yes.
And I love this bag. It's got to be it's one of my favorites. It's mine, and it's original, and it's unique, and I love it.
Mine's in the other room.
This is my bonfire shawl from the Sock Knitters shawl pattern. This is probably one of the few big bags I use that's not a either a silver shed predominantly or the occasional, also the lowest is my bag. This is the only one I use other than those. That is big. This is a generous sized bag, and my shawl is going to need it. There's a theme here, Kay's pattern. This is the Sock Knitters shawl.
I guess it's the Obsessions podcast.
Yes, it is. This is the Sock Knitters shawl in Yowza What a Skein in the Reishi colorway, and the Vlad colorway is going to be the border.
I'm so glad you decided to go with that because that's going to be stunning.
This is.
Look how stunning that's going to be.
Okay, and Chai Gu red lace circulars.
Obsession.
Yes. And I guess that's basically it. I thought I had more to it than that. But these are US 9s, 5 millimeters. And I just love this pattern. I mean, it works up very quickly. This is, on the size 9s, it works up very light. And I think it's going to be a nice fall, maybe late summer, early spring. Early spring? No, late spring.
Late spring. That's a fall for sure.
But this is a fall shawl.
It makes me think of like pumpkin and spiciness.
It makes me think of bonfires. That's why I called it that. But also pumpkin pies and things like that. Kay is a very talented designer, and while she's making socks, I'm looking forward to maybe that sock pattern she said that might be free. I want her to start making more shawls.
Well, I'm sitting there thinking, well, maybe there's a way I can adjust a basic sock pattern to include her Three Chimneys.
The sock?
Well, because her Three Chimneys sock is fingering weight,
Right.
but I don't want to knit it in fingering
Right.
weight. So maybe I need to adjust the stitch count somehow so I could still have her work her pattern, but not have to.
See, the good thing about this is that we're approximately the same size, so I don't have to do any work. I'll just...
She'll just be like, "Can you make that for me?" And I'll be like, "No."
I'll be no. I didn't say that. I said all I have to do is give you more yarn.
That's true.
Now how did I do this?
Talentedly.
Um,
But yes, we do wear the
Yeah.
same size. So
she, I could just use her modifications. But this is,
But I've been thinking about that, and I might have to purchase that pattern so I can study it in more detail and figure out what I need to do to adjust it.
love this bag, love the pattern, love the yarn, love it, love it, love it. Love the needles, everything. That's what I want to work. In fact, if my hand could handle it, I would do a section a day and finish it.
So next, I think it's in Canadian News. Silver Shed, USA bag. Obsession. This is the paid in full Dance All Night slouch socks. I guess Obsession.
Yes.
By Erica Dukowski of Fiddle Knits, using Miss Babs Yazoo Skein Obsession in the colorway Perfectly Reckless, and this is for Mom. And this got a fair amount of work on it. Oh, and these DPN holders, these tend to be my favorites. Slip Stitch Studios DPN holders. I love them because they have also a little zipper area where I can keep my extra needles, which is good if I'm working socks with 2 different needle sizes, like for these. And it's like this sort of quilted fabric, so it's very sturdy. I love them. So, got some work done on it.
Pretty.
Chaigu needles, DPNs. That's Kay's fault. Although I'm not sure if I started working with the DPNs before or after Kay mentioned it. We just might have concurrently decided to use them.
Still Kay's fault.
It's still Kay's fault.
It's still Kay's fault.
Although, if you really want to go way back, it's actually Kristen of Yarngasm, because she's the one who turned me on to Chaogu.
On this podcast,
Chaigu.
they're Chaigus.
Because it's T. Chaigu red lace. We refuse to pronounce it correctly. That is how we pronounce it.
That's how we roll, because that's the kind of hairpin we are.
So,
Hairpins we are?
hairpins. It'd be plural. We're not one hairpin.
Okay.
Zooey.
This is one you haven't seen in a while. This is in the bag that Valeria gave me. Valeria gave this to me for my birthday this past year. And it's my fruit bat bag. And in here is my Drea shawl.
Fruit bat bag. Try to say that 10 times fast.
This is the Drea shawl by Craig Rosenfeld. I'm using US 5, 3.75 Chaigu red lace, fixed circulars, and Cascade Yarns Heritage Paints and Cascade Yarns Heritage Silk, I think. I won from Turbo Knitter one of them. Well, Turbo Knitter gave me one of them, and Kathy, who is CatB913, I won on her podcast the other one, the blue one. And I made a little bit of progress on this. I took it with me to the bookstore the other day when we were out and about. And I made a little bit of progress on this. I think this is the side that's... Anyways, so it's growing a little bit at a time.
Bit by bit.
Bit by bit.
Yes, Heidi, you won.
Heidi won. She's so much faster than I am knitting. It's funny. I'm just feeling happy that I'm doing it. Not that I'm finishing too fast, because
You also tend to work 20 projects at a time.
I know, I do. But I enjoy this. It's fun. It's a relaxing project. Yes. those, both of the above. And this is Melissa's fault. That's the
Spicy Mama.
Spicy Mama.
Okay.
There's a thing for that.
Let's see. Oh, Secret Project.
Oh, before you get to that, one thing I am doing on this a little differently is I'm still having trouble seeing the little bridge between the stitches, so I'm not doing a make one left and make one right when it calls for it. I am doing it front and back. So it's going to be slightly different, but it's not having a great big effect on the pattern. Okay, I'm sorry, Ty. Go ahead.
So, there we go. Next project is the Secret Project. This is the tutorial toy for the Sparkly Unipony pattern. It's going to be a little ways in coming. Just because it takes a little bit of time. It's a big toy.
It's a big toy. It takes like, what, 800 yards?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
It's a large toy.
It's a fun toy.
Yes, it's just, it takes a little while to finish, and I'm not going to hurt my hand rushing it. But I am using undead yarn for this. It was designed with undead yarn. So, it's pretty. So, he's being worked on.
Yay.
This one's a boy.
Okay, my next one is my Journey with Friends project. I think it's in here. Let me see. This is Allison, Blair, Bonnie, Brittany, whoever's fault. Everybody's fault but mine. And this is in my Plover Bird medium-sized owls bag. This is my Journey with Friends.
Oh, and that one was a Silver Shed USA obsession. Froggies. Tree frogs.
I heard from Plover Bird on Instagram for one of my posts. I don't know if it was the bunnies or the altar. So this is the Journey with Friends from the Spindrift shawl pattern by Helen Stewart, and I'm knitting this shawl with US 5. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
This is the yarn is Cyborg's Craft Room, and the Asocolate, and the Aurora colorway. Because I'm not a big sparkle fan. Every once in a while I like it, but this has got the greens and purples. I made a fair amount of progress on this actually. And you can see a little bit of the greens and the purples in here. The lighting doesn't help with it.
It's iridescent and
it's just beautiful. This yarn is absolutely fantastic. I had wanted to try this yarn ever since Lauren from La Knit Crochet had mentioned it, 'cause she used to do a lot with Cyborg's
I
Craft
forget
Room.
which one I used it for, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
It's beautiful yarn.
I think I made Davina a hat.
I think so. It might have been a Diana's
One of
hat.
yeah, because I went through that period of time where I was knitting like 20 million Diana's hats.
And this is just beautiful. The colors, the greens, the blues, the purples are absolutely beautiful. It reminds me of a peacock or a dragonfly or something. So it's just beautiful.
Or the glistening on a grackle
yeah.
neck.
So yeah, this is in preparation for the Shawl Society. I will not have it finished by the time the Shawl Society starts, but yeah, if I can get enough off the needles, it won't matter. I'll just have 2 Helen Stewart instead of 1.
Did you already make that into Helen Stewart thread?
Not yet. I'm going to do that on the 9th.
Okay.
I want to, even though Allison is offering a prize for the Spindrift, and that she'll have to figure out what she wants to do if she's only going to accept the Spindrift. I may have to wait until the Spindrift. I think she said July 1st. I may change it July 1st. So,
okay. In my Silver Shed USA obsession.
My bag.
No!
My bag.
You have one too. This one's mine.
My bag.
This is the bookworm bag. This was part of the bookworm kit. Sierra No bookworm kit.
With Heidi and Ambrose.
Yes. So, obsession.
Multiple obsessions.
Yes. This contains the tomato garden socks, and the pattern is Christmas hiking socks by Bruce Weinstein.
Yeah, Weinstein.
And I'm using Spunky Eclectic Targi Classic in the colorway Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. This got a lot of work done on it. These socks fly.
They do. They have little wings on their heels?
They do.
Like Flash?
Like Flash. And I'm actually on the decreases for the toe.
Now these don't seem to have as tall a leg.
They don't. And I'll have to see how I like the height of the leg. If I like it, I'll have to measure it and make my other socks with this length. No, the other ones, they're meant to be really slouchy. These are meant to stay up.
Okay.
So, he actually, that's one of the reasons I picked up this pattern, because he advertised them as staying up very well. So, thoroughly enjoying working this. This pair of socks just basically flies off the needles.
Very nice.
Ow. Yes, one of my owl stitch markers. So, thoroughly enjoying. I am waiting for some my Chaigu DPNs to come in for this, because I had to order a bunch. I'm currently using Knit Picks ones. They're a little long for me. Part of what I like about the Chaigu DPNs is they're not quite as long. They have little, I believe these are 8 inches. I believe they're 6 inches. 8 inches is just a bit long for knitting socks for my taste.
Okay. My next project, you can't see it. It's, this is the test knit for the Sparkle the Unipony. And it's in my Knitting's My Bag puzzle pieces. Autism
Yeah, Mom gets,
bag.
for those of you who are waiting to test this, Mom gets a preview copy.
Yeah.
And she only has one part of the pattern right now.
Actually, I have it all now.
Did I send it to you
Mm-hmm.
all? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I am working through this. I need extra time with my hand, and I also do some tech editing, so I get it ahead of you guys. And this is, I'm enjoying it. I had to put it aside while I was working on Biddy, because I couldn't handle that much crocheting. When I did that over that one weekend, I hurt myself. So I'm working on this one now, and I'm enjoying it. But you can't see it. And the yarn is Marigold Jen in a yellow color and a orange tangerine speedo.
Yeah. My last project is actually in a bag that I haven't had a chance to use prior to this. This was, I don't know who makes this bag.
I forget who it was that I got it for you.
But this is...
She does like story stuff.
Yeah, this is Velveteen Rabbit, which I loved this book as a kid. I used to believe my toy bunny, Coco, would come alive. And that bunny's nose is rubbed off, not rubbed off, but it's like all rubbed, where the shine is off of it, and that was like my favorite toy for the longest time. Apparently my obsession with bunnies started very early. This is, Velveteen Rabbit. This is C is for Cookie, and these are the Not Just Boring Boot Socks by Corinne Walcher. And I'm using Undead yarn in the werewolf base in the colorway Cookie Monster. So see, Heidi, I used your yarn for something besides toys.
Heidi probably fell over when Talia bought it instead of me, but
yes,
I couldn't figure out what to do with it at this point, so I was glad Talia picked it up.
And I have more Undead yarn maybe sort of coming in.
Yeah, I almost picked that up too. We keep her werewolf base going. I like her other base too.
Look at
that is gorgeous.
that.
Heidi, this kind of saturation is gorgeous. I love it.
Oh my gosh!
Isn't that beautiful?
This just came in.
Beautifully.
This came in on Friday. When I came home sick, after I took a nap, I woke up and cast these on immediately.
They're just the colorway is just beautiful.
And I'm trying to figure out how long I want the leg for the sock, because this pattern basically, yeah, keep going for the leg until you feel like you're done. So
is that the one that's got the ribbon on the foot?
This does have some ribbon on the foot. It's very similar
to the tomato.
To the tomato garden socks. But this is for a DK weight. I'm thoroughly enjoying working this.
I like that color. I have to keep my eye open now to see how it works up. I can get that for a shawl.
Yes.
Or something.
It's very lovely.
See, Heidi, we do use your yarn for other things than toys. Poor Heidi.
Occasionally.
It's a good thing she likes you so much, because we rib her all the time. She's a good sport.
So, this got loves.
Okay. All right, my last work in progress. I cannot speak today, and I'm not going to apologize. I just can't speak today. In my Ambrody obsession.
Yes, Heidi obsession.
Yes. 2X bag is my Trust Me shawl project from the Sock Knitter Shawl by K.F. Jones Obsession. Using Miss Babs Yazoo Obsession on US 8. These are Knit Pick circulars, but only because I ran out
of Chaigu Obsession.
And actually, I did switch them to Chaigus, I think. Let me see. Yes, I did.
Obsession.
So, I did a little bit of work on this week. Not a whole lot, because I've been concentrating on the other one. And this is a little more dense a fabric than the other one, than the Bonfire, because I'm using size 8s instead of size 9s. But you can see where I am here. It keeps curling over on itself, but I love this color because I need green. I don't have any green. So I'm enjoying this very much. It's a lot of fun. And it's in my These Call Box TARDIS bag, bigger on the inside.
I'm out of tea. I have no tea to drink for Oopsie.
Do you have,
I'm done with projects. I do not have any FOs.
Okay.
I thought I was going to have a half an object. I was so close to having a full finished object.
I have a couple of FOs. So in my baby hat bag, this is my Laura Smoot. She gave this to me, Laura Smoot Design. Laura Smoot. And I don't know if you're going to be able to read all this, but okay.
No, I will not.
I have two hats. This one is a loom hat, a loom knit hat. Okay, and this is in this is the Spring Garden Baby Beanie from the Patterns Newborn Beanie by Hannah Berry. No, this is not that one. This is the How Green's My Valley.
Yeah, because that's a loom hat.
It's a loom hat, and it's just
because I can tell by looking at the stitches.
Well, I knew what it was. I was just reading the wrong thing. And this is just pretty much a recipe for the loom hat.
I think it's time you stretch out the wings a little bit. Try something new.
This is that one that I had on the needles forever. This is the Spring Garden Baby Beanie, Newborn Baby Beanie pattern by Hannah Berry. The only one I could find the link to on the Ravelry site was a worsted weight. I think it was. Or
Usually what I have to do, Mom, is I have to find your link in your pattern and copy the link.
No, but what I'm saying is they don't have it in this weight. They have it in a worsted weight. And it doesn't look, on the top, it doesn't look like the other one does. The other one kind of has kind of like this kind of a look to it. So I don't know what I did differently, but it looks,
I think it's cute.
It's cute. I like it. It reminds me of a fez. So that's that. And then my other finished project, since you saw that I'm working on the sparkle, you know that my other one is done. And you probably might have seen it. This is my turtle. This is Serena, the Serene Turtle.
Undead Yarn Obsession.
Undead Yarn Obsession. This is Undead Yarn. So, Undead Yarn, I'm not sure, these two yarns down here are Knit with Polwer Shimmer and Sincere Sheep Luminous. Okay, and then of course this is Undead Yarn. This is the Roadkill, and then I've got a little bit of Bravo for the eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so that's my turtle, and she's happy.
Yes.
Okay, so that's her.
I do like how the bitty mouth turned out, where it looks like she's smiling.
Yeah. There she goes. Okay, so those are my FOs, and it's in my Knitting's My Bag, Angel bag.
Did you take pictures of these yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, stash enhancements, or do we had those baby hats? Did I give you the baby hats?
No.
Okay.
And that leads on to stash enhancements anyway.
Well, let's do the stash enhancements because I can't dig through this to get the baby hats. Okay. Do you have a lot, or do you have a few, or?
I have a few in comparison.
Okay, I have several. Let me go through the stuff from Hobby Lobby. I went to Hobby Lobby.
Crinkle, crinkle.
Crinkle, crinkle, yes. And I don't think I have all the stuff I got from Hobby Lobby. I should. Oh, here's the hats. Can I do the hats?
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
These are from Laura. Oh, aren't these adorable?
They are adorable.
And I plan on making a delivery to the hospital soon. I just haven't been.
I know I'm out of frame. Oh, here it is. Okay, head out.
Adorable.
Adorable. Okay, as you can tell, I've got a lot down here. I just had to kind of move around here. All right. When I went to Hobby Lobby, I wasn't planning on buying much. All I had was this book here, which is, I'll just put my hand over the price. Sock Loom Basics. Okay. And I haven't really looked at it too much. And then I had,
so Heidi, there's hope yet that she will do socks.
You know, a little pair of scissors and some ring stitch markers. That's all I was going to get. But I was looking through the aisles, and I saw yarn.
As one is wont to see in a yarn section of Hobby Lobby.
Yeah. This I picked up for a bank head.
Oh, that'll be a fun bank head.
Yeah. And then I picked up these for baby hats because I'm running low on baby hats. And then I picked up these, which I was figuring...
Turtle?
No, these are baby hats.
Oh.
This will go 2 yarns together like this. 2 yarns together like this. And 2 yarns together like this for baby hats. Now, whether or not they all become baby hats, we'll see. That's my intention, is to make them into baby hats. They could become something else, I suppose, but the intention is baby hats. The other thing that is kind of, I ordered this a while back. It came in. This is my synthropol that Heidi was talking about to help set the colors for dyeing. Okay, do you want to do one of yours?
Yes.
Because I have several things.
Now,
But leave that other one for last.
yeah. I'll just hit on the tea. So, I showed you the hammock blend black tea. I also picked up, because I wanted to try some of his Plum Deluxe's Andy's summer blends. And this is his summer breakfast black tea. This one tastes strongly of grapefruits.
Yeah.
So if you're not a fan of grapefruit, this might not be the tea for you.
But you put sugar in it, even I can drink
yes,
it. I don't like grapefruit.
It grew on me. I wasn't sure I liked it at first because first of all, I tried it without sugar.
That was an experience.
It needs sugar. At least in my opinion.
You might like it without sugar.
Yeah. Once I added the sugar, it actually grew on me.
Yeah,
and I actually really enjoyed it.
Like all the stuff that Andy puts together.
Oh, amazing.
It's amazing. It's, if you don't like something and you're willing to drink it anyway, then that's saying something.
And it smells
Smells awesome.
strongly of
Of
grapefruit.
grapefruit.
So, if you're not a grapefruit fan,
You
I
might
don't
think
know.
twice.
Yeah, you might think twice.
think
Although, give it a chance.
Yeah, I mean-
maybe you can get it in a smaller.
Yeah, maybe so. You might like it because,
Yeah.
like I said, I don't like grapefruit. If I have a fruit salad or something that has grapefruit, I can't eat it. I was able to drink that.
And also, he sent with it a little sample one, coconut macaron,
Macaroon.
dessert tea.
Macaroon. Macaron.
Macaron.
No, it's not. There's not. Oh, macaron.
Macaron.
Macaron. There's no e.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay.
Indulge in fresh chick flavor. This one has love and gratitude.
We were getting upset because the love and gratitude wasn't coming to us.
Yes.
We were beginning to feel slighted.
So I haven't tried this sample yet. I wanted to make sure I showed it on the podcast before I tried it.
Okay.
I have tried the other two, though.
How many more do you have?
Just a few.
Well, how much is a few?
The needles I'll show together.
Uh-huh.
Davina's necklaces I'll show together.
Why don't we show Davina's necklaces now?
Okay.
Okay. Davina kind of went on a binge.
Yes.
We had a little altercation. I think that's why she made this for me a couple days ago. Isn't that pretty?
It's an owl.
An owl. Isn't that gorgeous?
And then, because I've been sick, I love her clasps that you could just yank off without hurting them. This is a Batman
She was so excited that we were going to wear them on the podcast.
necklace. And this one keeps turning around and showing the Batman in the
Logo.
back
Yeah.
instead. No matter which way I put it on. But, then because she knows I've always had a thing for lockets.
I like lockets.
Even if I have nothing to put in them, I just love lockets. And this
They're special.
is a
I've
locket.
always loved lockets.
I think I have a kind of romantic attachment to them. So, this is a locket. I haven't worn this one yet. And then this one,
So much fun.
so much fun. It's the perfect length. It lands about here, which is where I love my necklaces to land. Thing is, when I was having a lot of sneezing, every time I'd sneeze, it'd come off. Because your neck widens or whatever when you sneeze. Or maybe it's a jerky motion. Anyway. Oh, I didn't read the back. You've got to forge ahead, keep on moving. It's a flash pendant. And it's got the flash lightning symbol and then the winged feet. And again, and this is one of my favorites, actually. Very fun. I'll wear it once I'm sure I'm not going to sneeze my head off, because it does keep coming off when I sneeze. Actually, it's probably my favorite of the 3 necklaces she made, which is saying something. Okay, your turn.
Okay.
We only have 3, I guess kind of 4.
4?
This one I'm going to show just off to the. This is I'm mentioning along with the yarn that I'd used for the last pair of socks. That was a stash enhancement. Heidi sent this with it.
Yay.
Oh, she told me who it was from. What the yarn was. Brazen Stitchery? I think that's what she said. And I looked at Brazen
Sparkle.
Yeah, I looked at Brazen Stitchery's yarn. She'd only fingering weight stuff, because I do love how this looks, and I thought I could pick up some more. And she has, or just Space Cadet. She has all like spacey colors. Like she's a color named after Spock, and she has all these. Yeah, I forget the name. It's not Brazen Stitchery. I can't remember who does this. I'll have to check my Instagram. I'll tell you while Mom's showing.
Okay, I picked up, this finally arrived, it's a, actually it took very little time. It's a flower loom, because I found a pattern that does baby booties. Does baby booties on the flower loom. So I picked up the flower loom and it came in, and this came in as well. I've had these for a little while. I told you I had ordered a bunch of Chaigu needles, red lace. I ordered size 9, size 8, size 7, and size 6. I might have to get some 5s and a 4, but there they are. Because apparently I don't have enough needles. Okay, so that's...
When you're casting on all the things, you never do.
I know.
Oh, and this is Brazen Stitchery, and this was a gift from Heidi, along with my, after I had bought...
You just said that. Don't you have
Well,
something
I want to say thank you. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I do have something else. I have needleses, and I have more needleses coming in. I got US 6s, which are kind of becoming my go-to for socks.
And your worsted weight?
No, worsted and DK weight. Although the ones for these are 7s and 8s, and that's what I use for the slouchy socks.
Like the one you're making me?
Yeah. So these are extras of those if I had wanted to cast another pair of socks. So I have those. And I got another pair of US 6s as well, but I've already... Oh, sorry, this is US 3s here. The US 6s are already on my pair of socks. US 3s is for another pattern, which I may or may not cast on, because US 3s are kind of small. I want my socks to move faster than that. Okay.
Okay, how many do you have left?
2.
2?
Plus the other.
Okay, so I can do that one at a time now. I told you that a while back I had ordered some yarn from Miss Babs to replace the yarn that I gave Talia for her pattern. I just came back with when I had some of those D-stash, when I got money from that, I bought yarn from Miss Babs, and this is in the Zing. This is that blue that Talia was showing you. I don't want to unwrap it because
it's a bright blue that's
it's that bright blue TARDIS blue color. So I got 2 of those. I'm going to put them away, and I've got a little bit. This looks like it might work for you, Talia. It might even be bulky.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
So I love my Miss Babs. That came in. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, let me do my decrease here.
Did you show the baby hats?
I did show the baby hats.
They're so cute.
They are adorable.
I love the color she used on that.
I do too. I love the stitches on this one in particular. The one at the bottom, it looks like X's.
Yeah, that's adorable.
But I got in the mail. Now with great courses, you gotta understand something. When you buy a DVD, you also get, for their newer courses, the course streaming, so you can start watching it right away. Well, I'm almost done with the course, and my DVD finally arrived in with the course handbook. And this is great because it has...
all the points?
Yeah, it covers everything she actually says, has pictures in it, and then it has questions to consider at the end. So if you really wanted to go over this as an actual class, you could. And it's Professor Dorsey Armstrong of Purdue University. I think I have every single one of her courses. She does for great courses. She has one on writing. She has King Arthur, which I loved.
Give it about 5 years and Robin will have her own courses out.
Oh, yeah, I'm keeping my eyes out for that.
Yeah.
Medieval, wow, I was going to say medieval listing. Thank you, Mom. Medieval history. This one, which is Black Death, and next one I'm going to watch of hers are Great Minds of the Medieval World.
Okay.
So yeah, and I have 3 lectures left. 4 lectures left. I have 3. Communities that survived the first wave, later plague outbreaks, and how the Black Death transformed the world. She's very interesting to watch.
Okay, this one was one that I was getting a little concerned about because it said it was supposed to be delivered today. When I left the house, the mail came and it wasn't there. When I got home from adoration 2 hours later, it was there. So this is what I ordered this for the Shawl Society, first shawl project, because I had yarn, but the one I was going to use didn't have enough yardage. So this is hot knit yarn, and if you want to see their Etsy shop, they have a banner at the bottom of our Ravelry group.
Yeah, this is very pretty yarn.
This, I want to take this out, but I don't know how to do it without. Oh, here we go. I have been wanting to buy hot knit yarn forever, and this was the perfect time. Look at this, and it is different from the other one, Taya. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? It reminds me of watercolors. Kind of reminds me of Monet.
Mhm.
Isn't that beautiful? I may have to change the name of my thing again to Monet's Garden.
Yeah, that'd be pretty.
I think that would be really pretty.
Or Monet's Lilies.
It's just beautiful. And this is, the colorway is Fish Fry. I don't understand why it's called Fish Fry, but it is absolutely gorgeous. Whatever it's called, it could be called, poop doodles. It's still beautiful. So I absolutely love it, and I'm looking forward to working with it. And if you want to check out their Etsy shop, they do have a banner at the bottom of our page.
Yes. Like when you go in the threads.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I had just come in today. Something from Switcher Studios.
Sorry.
I needed more DPN holders with all these socks that I'm making. I also was starting to run out of pattern keepers with all the different things I've been starting. So, I haven't purchased from her in a while.
Is that Star Trek?
It is Star Trek.
Yeah. Mustache.
Yay. So there you go. And their pattern keepers have a little zipper in the back too. That's nice.
Awesome.
I haven't tried her pattern keepers before, but my usual go-to pattern keeper is no longer. I can't find them on Etsy anymore. So.
And that's Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Yes, it is. So this opens up and folds over.
If you hear extraneous noise, my husband's talking to my other daughter to eat dinner.
Because we're taking too long.
Well, we got started late.
Yeah.
So we need to finish up.
So there we go. Oh, and that stretches out so I can have more of a standing space. But yes, like so. And it also has the GPN holder as well. And again with the zipper in the back. I feel like she's making them a little longer now.
That's good. Maybe to allow for the ones that use the bigger.
Yeah,
GPNs,
probably.
The longer GPNs.
But yes, very awesome.
Now we have one more stash enhancement. This was a complete surprise. I mean,
oh, it even has Tasha yarn on it.
Yeah. We knew. This is from Laura Concert. She's very generous. I knew that she had PM'd me if I was interested in her wooden looms, and I said, yeah, I would. She didn't want money for it. I said, well, if you want to do you see anything on my D-stash that you want, let me know and I'll give it to you. She didn't get back to me. I thought she just hadn't got the message. No, she just was ignoring me, which is nice of her. Very nice of her. She sent something for Talia, and you saw the giraffe that she sent for Davina. she sent me, okay, this is from Spicy Homemaker. She sent me the looms. I haven't had a chance to open them. I didn't want to take them out of the wrapping. They're wooden looms. These are nice looms. It looks
You
like
said they're for worsted, right?
one of these looks like it might be DK and one might be worsted. Laura can tell me when she sees this. So she sent me those. And then she sent me loom knitting afghans and loom knitting crafts with Nifty Knitter. Laura, this is so much over and above. Thank you so much. I mean,
Oh, that's awesome.
this is just amazing. I don't know where you got these, but I am blown away. But that wasn't it. No.
Oh, no, she's not done yet.
No, I'm not done. She knows how much I loved Heidi's Undead yarn in the Autism colorway in the baddie base.
Oh.
She sent me one. She had it ordered from Heidi, and she sent me one. Laura, I am absolutely blown away.
Look at all that blue, Mom.
Isn't that gorgeous? I'm going to have to make an owl, and I'm going to have to name it Laura.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
To
what...
join your collection of owls sitting on the...
This is just beautiful. Thank you so much, Laura. And then that wasn't enough. She sent me a beautiful note. She sent me these loom tools. Boy, these are heavy-duty loom tools. Okay. And a nice little note. And then she sent me... Isn't that adorable? Isn't that precious? I just love it. He's so cute. It's Shadow.
Shadowla?
Shadowla. So, thank you very much, Laura. That's my part of it. What did you get?
I got... Look at this huge bag of mini skeins for my blanket. And she had tags to tell me what the yarns were and things like that. I don't want to pull them all out, but oh, some of these colors are absolutely gorgeous. What am I saying? All of these colors are absolutely gorgeous.
And she balled a lot of them up.
Balled a lot of them up, skeined some of them up. Very nice.
Ooh, that's pretty.
So there's some beautiful...
And they all have tags.
They all have tags, which is awesome because that means that if I really decide I like Up in Yarns, colorway Woodstock. That's very pretty.
It is.
So if I decide I really like... Oh, this is some of that Undead yarn.
Oh, that's nice.
In the Baddie Bake, the Autism Awareness. If I decide I really like one of the colorways, I can, go and get more.
She
Very
put a lot of
awesome.
thought into this box. She always does.
Always does.
It's so sweet of her.
One flew away.
She sent me, and she sent
Oh,
Ty
this is some
also.
hot knit, Mom.
Oh, okay. She always sends us, she sent us the sweetest note. I'm not going to read my note because
Yes.
it's private, but it's very, very, sweet. And I'm just blown away by the generosity. People in our group are so generous, and they prove it over and over again. I'm always
Very
just amazed.
amazing.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Laura. Thank you very, very much.
So more mini skeins for the blanket.
Let me put this down somewhere, because I think we are just about done.
Yes, it's just now autobiography.
Okay, let me just move the knitting room out of the way. Okay, the autobiography, I did do some writing. Not too much, a little less than 300 words to a bonus short story that Talia and I were working on. She had sent me the piece a long time ago, and since I'm not doing the shared story itself, she said, why don't you work on that? So I have done a little bit.
So this character has gone over for years without being answered.
Yeah, so this is, I've been having a hard time finding time to write, but I did get some writing done. And I'm still reading The Hero's Lot by Patrick Carr. That's the third book in the series, and it's very, very good. I'm about 2/3 of the way through. I'm trying not to read too much too quickly because his other book doesn't come out till November, and I don't want to start the two that lead up to it until I have less of a lead time. So I do have a book in mind to read while I'm waiting for that. So that's that.
Okay, and I worked a little bit on the shared story, I think just right after we last podcasted. Haven't worked any on it since then. And talked about the Black Death lectures. And I read, when I'm sick, I read a lot of Eleanor of Aquitaine. She's gotten a lot of reading just over the past 3 weeks because of being sick. I am probably, my Goodreads says I'm like 20% through, but
Probably more like 40.
yeah, or close to even, yeah, probably more like 40, not quite half, because the bibliography and notes and stuff is this much of the book. So yeah, probably about 40%. 45. So I'm a lot closer to being done than they would let you believe on Goodreads. So, enjoying this.
Anything else?
That is it.
Okay, I do want to, I have a couple of special thank yous to do. One is to Packy Knits. She did a lovely mention to us of us on her podcast. There, got the words out. Thank you very much. And also Melissa from the Spicy Homemaker podcast.
I won something.
Yes, she
I
did.
forgot to mention that.
You did. I saw it. I said, you better hurry up if you want your pick. But thank you, Melissa, for the lovely shout out. She said some very, very nice things about us, and we really appreciate it. If you don't watch the Spicy Homemaker podcast, you should. If you don't, she...
And not just because she says nice things about
No. It's always that, but no. She is amazing. She hasn't been podcasting very long, and she is like a force of nature.
Oh my gosh, so much energy.
She has a lot of energy. She pulls people together. She's so sweet.
I really look forward to doing the cardiac awareness with her.
Yes, she's going to be the co-host. We may have another one, but we may not. She is our co-host at this point since Kenneth can't do it. And
we were going to have her anyway.
We were going to have her anyway. We were going to have two. Actually, we were going to have three, but the other two couldn't. So she is the one who was able to do it with us. She would have been asked anyway.
Yeah.
Because we wanted her.
Yes.
And she's just super fantastic. Very knowledgeable, very infectious and enthusiastic, and just a lovely person and a lovely podcast. So if you...
Did you say she was an infection?
Yes, that's what I said. She's infectious, not infection. Yes, so check her out if you have the chance. We want to thank the people who commented on YouTube. That would be Shelley Sykes, Diane Beckman, and Christina C. And the people who comment in the threads. I don't always remember to thank you, but thank you for commenting in the threads. I think I was up to speed and up to date with that when we podcasted today. If not, I apologize. I thought I was up to date.
I'm slowly but surely getting there.
Yeah. So I think that's it. I think our next podcast will be on the 13th, Monday the 13th. And I think that's just about it, unless you have anything else.
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Let me just, because I forgot to write, there it is. I forgot to write down my note. We look forward to seeing you next week here in the PHN Fun Woman Cave. We hope that you have a week full of knitting, crocheting, crafting, whatever it is that makes you happy. And we hope to see you here next week in the Pentagon Needles Woman Cave. This is the Pentagon Needles Podcast, episode 210, and that's a wrap.